Oh, hey, we back, bitches. I hope everyone is having an amazing afternoon. It's hot AF here. It's beautiful. Pollen is in the air. What more can I ask for, right? So, what is up? Let me say hello to everyone. Ooh, I gotta scroll all the way up. DC, Tiny T, Amy, Nicolina, Fluffy, Brandy B, Nana C, Queen Ashley, Pink Warrior, Redstone, Libby, Truth, Hertz, Earth Angel, John Cena, what is up? Daniel Berry, Spicy Kaz, that girl. Welcome, welcome, Paisley. Yeah, started a little early. Just had some time to kill. Boy, what a shit storm that has been raining down upon us. I just like Paisley's name. Isn't it like the best? Spectral, hello. Christy Blue. Yes, we have some gorgeous bitches in our non-existent chat. Oh, Scary Poppins. Let me enlighten you, ho. Yes, there was a picture of me, not that I cammed up, dummy. It was the fact that the picture was grabbed while I was backstage, no makeup on, hair a hot ass mess. But yeah, the picture you see on the screen, that's really me. Do I use filters? Fuck yeah. I'm 49 years old. I will retouch those wrinkles, bitch. But don't you worry. We're going to do a little cam up here pretty soon. I'm not going to tell y'all when. It's going to be a surprise. You just got to fucking be here. I don't know why all you bitches are so worried about what I look like anyway. But I heard that, well, I saw the post, but honestly, traders, if you feel like I owe you an apology, you and SG, I will gladly give you one if you can prove to me what I supposedly said. Because honestly, I don't remember saying shit. It doesn't mean I didn't. It just means I don't remember. So enlighten me, and if I feel an apology is justified, I will wear that shit with honor and say I'm sorry. I'm not above that. But I noticed you had a lot of bitches in your comments yesterday that had a lot to say. My favorite one is, let's see, who was it? Oh, bite me now. Why don't you bite me now, bitch? You had a lot to say about my personality, and let's see, the consensus is among these lunatics that I am just a poser. I'm not really who I say I am. I think Beach Blanket said I probably had more baggage than anyone and told more lies. Bitch, please. Just because I don't air my shit out online doesn't mean that I don't have baggage. I've never said that I don't. I've probably lived through some shit that would make most of y'all's heads turn. I just don't feel like I'm going to share that with thousands of strangers. I give people what I want them to have. And Peach, you made reference the other day about some dumbass thing I said. You spun it though like I pretend to be one way in public and I'm someone completely different behind the scenes. No, I just know how to read a room and act accordingly. If it's an appropriate time to be an asshole or a smartass, I'm going to take full advantage. But don't act like none of you tramps don't do the same damn thing. All of you, every last one of you, act one way in public and act like someone completely different in the background. You know you do, so don't deny it. I haven't done half the shit that some of you heifers have done. And I won't, because that's not who I am. And you don't need to worry about me being spineless or not calling out people that you think need to be called out. Bitch, I will handle my shit the way I see fit. If I have something wrong with what someone does, I will take it to that person. Not everything has to be a drama drag out for you lepers to watch. That's called being a real friend who actually cares about one of their friends making a mistake or doing something that's just not so kosher, you know? I handle my shit a lot differently than a lot of you do. And it drives you up the damn wall. You all hate that I don't just suddenly hate everyone because you want me to. Remember, bitches, y'all turned your backs on me. Just because I didn't run for the hills when all of y'all fell out with Nicolina, you don't want to have anything to do with me, but you sure have a lot to say about me. But let's be honest, none of you skanks really know me. You never took the time to get to know me. So yeah, I can smile in someone's face and I can cuss them the fuck out if I think they deserve it. I am flawed just like every last one of you. And I don't know how many times I have to say that, but it cracks me up when you people hop in the comments and talk about, oh, Chasing says she's like this, but she's really like this. Do you fuckers ever listen to anything I say? Because I'm really starting to think you don't. I know randomly Ash thinks I'm so boring. Well, Ash, just go piss on yourself. Just go do that. Because I have seen you flop around like a fish out of water and go from this side to that side and be sneaky with this and sneaky with that. And girl, don't act like there's no ass pictures floating around about you. I've seen them. You, whatever. If that's your thing, so be it. I'll never share them. That's not my style. But yeah, now I know what everyone was talking about. Yes, most of us here do have baggage and trauma. You won't ever see me attacking anyone over their trauma, though. Now, what I will attack are people that are full of shit, Becky Kimbler. Let's talk about you for a second. You slurry, drunken slut, you. This morning, you really should have put the bottle down and, like, simmered down a little bit. So I will apologize for posting the picture of your, I think you said deceased brother. But let's be honest. I mean, let's get down to brass tacks right now. So your story is, because Mammoth had a lot to say this morning too. Mammoth, I'm going to get to you in a second, bitch. Um, Becky with the big butt. You said that the emails and messages were fake. Define fake, please. Please be a little more clear. Does it mean that the messages and emails were fabricated, as in fake? Or does it mean that you lied to, as you say it, try to see if Nick would help you, and that your brother isn't really deceased? Because I'm thoroughly confused. So I'm going to need a little clarification, ma'am. Yes, Becky, you are Riri. Hey, Manchester. Mark, woo! You know, Mark always has my back. Even if it's with people that he gets along with, he always speaks up. So thank you, Mark. But back to Becky Kimbler. Yeah, I'm going to need you to stop acting like you don't know who I am. You completely glossed over the fact that you literally replied to a community post that I made yesterday offering you a tissue for your butt hurt. So, yeah. And I like when you asked Mammoth who I was. Mammoth's like, oh, I don't know. Ugh, bitch. You sure knew about me at the second half of your stream, though, right? Because that's when you started running your dick sucker. You people have me all out of character today. Normally, I have a little bit more composure. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because I sound a little ticked off right now, don't be fooled. I'm really laughing at your asses. I haven't done a thing to any of you. None. Not one. Am I a smartass sometimes? Absolutely. I don't know any other way to be. I'm a smartass in my real life. I'm actually known around people that I go to school with and that I've interned with and stuff like that. I'm known as the smartass. It's my nature. I won't apologize for who I am. I won't apologize that you dummies think that I'm just a know-it-all, because you know what? Maybe I know it all of it. And if I know anything, it's because instead of just running with shit that flies out of people's mouths, if it's worth my time, and I think I even commented this to Wee Scottish, who, by the way, loved me 2 weeks ago. Couldn't throw enough hearts my way. But she doesn't like me now because I support Jimbo and I support Nick and blah, 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 blah. It's people like that that I want to go and make it a point to make friends with all of the people they don't get along with. That's the kind of stuff I will do. I'm not going to go out and try to ruin your real life. I'm not going to be making any calls on people. I'm not going to be doxing anyone. I'm probably just going to go make friends with the people that you don't like because it pisses you off so bad. Y'all don't ever have shit to say to me or about me unless I happen to make a comment you don't like. We learned a little something something about the goat chat or whatever the hell that was. Glad I wasn't a part of it. Hey, Sister Callie, Scotty, everyone coming in, welcome to the crap shoot today. Yeah. So we know who started the chat, and we know that all the people who claim to have no knowledge of it or were so innocent were actually all up in it. But let me guess, you guys are just going to say, oh, that was manufactured. Ugh. Every time something doesn't go one of y'all's way, it was manufactured. People are just don't have anything better to do except sit over here and create little fake shit. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it because you guys are putting out enough bullshit that doesn't make sense that I have stuff to keep me busy and entertained all the live long day. Well, Renee R., welcome. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I can't really. I'm going to give you your apology, traders. We can talk about it. I've never done shit to you. I don't know what I supposedly lied about or said you lied about. You want an apology, traders? Let me curtsy for you. Get a mental picture. Mental picture. I'm giving you a curtsy and an apology. I wish I knew what I was apologizing for, but you want it, you got it, girl. You're welcome. SG, you're going to have to come ask for one on your own. So now that we got that out of the way, yes, I do have squirrels. That little squirrel Peanut that I raised, he will not leave my yard. He won't go anywhere. It's insane. And now we have baby ducks and baby chickens, and it's just a regular old farm around here. So let's see, what else are we going to talk about? Oh, Mammoth. Let's talk about Mammoth. Mammoth, until you're ready to unblock me in your chat, just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. I don't have time to be making community posts every time you say something stupid to try to set you straight. but I can't comment in your chat because I've got 14 accounts burned in there because you're weak. Yes, Becky blew through her settlement that she got in like August or September, I think, of 2022. And by 2023, she was begging for money. Those emails weren't fake. You did that, Becky. You did that. And now you want to say it's because you wanted to see if Nick and the Mean Girls would help you. Own your shit, Becky. Just own it. I know she's not going to unblock me, Trixie. She's not. She thinks that I'm all butthurt because I'm blocked, but I'm not. It's just annoying because I have to go to such lengths to respond to anything she says. Like anyone can feel free to come in here and say what they got to say. If you want to question something, question it. I'd give 0 fucks. 0. Ma'am, it is plain old stupid. So she was going to steal via fraud. Yes. That's her saving grace right there, is that it was just a sting. Just a sting. Just wanted to see if someone would help her after she blew thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on all those cockamamie ass islands that Rap used to do. You know, all those islands about Ernie. Becky was a big contributor. But now she's up there. Oh, I've always been an Ernie supporter, except maybe for a couple of months. Girl, did you also forget, Miss Becky Kimbler, that you also leapt back into Rap's chat after all the Smoky Mountain Mama crap came out? Because the way you tell it, you told him to never talk to you again, that you didn't want to have any part of him after what he admitted to. So you were right back in his chat, anonymously, just throwing out the money, dollar bills flying everywhere. Everywhere. But you wanted to ask for some money to go to a funeral, but we don't really know if you were asking or if it was just all fake. Either way, Becky, you made yourself look really bad because you may or may not have lied about a deceased relative in order to see if you could get some monetary gain. And ma'am, that is dirty. That is low class. Hey, Mr. Nobody. Right, Paperclip Swansea? Come on with it. Come on, damn it. Bring it on over. I know Traders is live talking about me, and that's fine. I don't care. I've never really like gotten to know her. I think one time I did reach out to her and I emailed her and told her, you know, I had respect for the way she handles things and that she was a lot like me. But as time has gone on, I don't really have anything bad to say about her because I don't know her like that. Like we've never had any situations or interactions or anything like that for me to have anything bad to say. Do I agree with everything she does? Hell no, but I don't agree with everything that anyone does. Yeah, ma'am, psych chasing needs to get her facts straight. You need to pay attention. Get your head out of Nikki B's ass. I'm surprised that Nick can sit down with as many of our heads are up her ass, honestly. Ma'am, you can come right on over. Miss Priss. Oh no, Miss Priss is a beach blanket. She actually signed her reply back to me, Miss Priss. But yeah, that community post, I guess I need to go back and read all of it. I read the first line that said that I owed them an apology. And then I was like, fuck, I can't even read the rest of this because now I got to rack my brain trying to figure out what I said. Mama T was in a mood today, but she'll be all right. It's the first of the month. She just needs to re up. She'll be good to go. Yeah, Becky gave her number on live and then hung up on Nick and said, I don't even know how she got my number. She got it from one of those people search sites 2 years ago. Or maybe you emailed it to her, Becky. Becky, I have those emails, sweetie pie, if you want me to post them on it for you. Mama T, where's those receipts you said you were going to post on your community page a couple of weeks ago? I don't even remember what they were about. It had something to do with, I know that the math wasn't mathing, and that's what I wanted to see. I think it had something to do with all that scamming you did. Like, it's great that all of you have made up and you're all like teaming up together for the big Nick takedown. Woohoo! How's it working out for you? I mean, yeah, y'all are saying some disparaging and degrading shit. Not only about her, but about her children, too. Mama T, you were up there calling her a damn coke fiend today. Do you have any proof to back that up, Missy? Any proof at all? Someone jumped my ass in comments yesterday, probably We Scottish or, oh hell, I forget who it was. Telling me to wake up about Jimbo and blah, 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 blah. Well, as I've said many, many lives before, you don't get to choose my friends for me. You don't get to dictate who I do and do not like. It is up to me and me alone who I want in my circle. And yes, those who are in my immediate circle are going to get different pieces of me than the majority gets. Because that's just how I do life. I've seen how people latch on to people's flaws and shit, and the minute they get pissed at them, they run that shit into the ground. Except by the time it makes it into the ground, it's been twisted 700 different ways. But in all actuality, none of you know that if anything that is being said about people is truth or not. It's probably a little bit of truth and a lot of bullshit. It's embellished. It's embellished to make a show. But you know who you haven't seen do that? Me. So if that makes me a condescending bitch who thinks I'm better than everyone else, so be it if that's your opinion. But as I said before, it's just not my thing. The trash is in the bushes. Sweet Melissa, bring cousin Bobby Joe on over. I've been wanting to talk to you for a minute. Let's get to know each other a little bit. Becky's going to sue you because you recorded the live stream. Aw, Becky. The mean girls aren't going to foot the bill for it. Hey, Rachel. Sour Hippo. Paging Sour Hippo. Where are you? Sweet Melissa, I thought that you were happily married and all that and had 2 houses and blah, 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 blah. Girl, you have a roommate. What does your roommate think about your online antics and being a crybaby all the time? Because every chat you go in, you always try to make it about you. It's unbelievable to watch. Freeside, my man. Renting a room, huh? Or are they renting a room for you? Exactly how does this pan out? I'm just curious. You don't got to tell me. But I think we all knew that you weren't happily living with your spouse. That much was a given. Or maybe you rent a room from cousin Bobby, who is also your sister-in-law. Kind of like the cousin siblings. Yeah. Becky's not divorced. Becky, I would like to give my sincerest apologies for falling on your head or whatever happened. I figured I would be strained, Libby. It's okay. It's okay. Um, but I do sincerely apologize that you had to endure such a horrific accident for such a mighty payout. You should have made it stretch further, though. It done some investments, stuff like that, so that you could be sitting on a little cushion for the rest of your life. Um, what else? It's such a beautiful day out here. It's like throwing me off my game. Plus, I started a little early. I'm a little, might be a little inebriated right now. Um, let's see. Oh, they had a big issue with vape pens. Sweet baby Jesus. If you ladies don't know the difference between an actual nicotine vape and a vape pen that has THC in it, you need to Google it and become familiar. Okay, hang on, Nick. That link is for Nick only. No one else is coming up. A lobotomy with a rusty spoon. That sounds painful. Meth brain, wet brain. Don't know, don't care. They just get shit wrong all the time. And everyone, I like when they say, don't let anyone steal your voice. Mama, I think someone done stole your voice, wadded it up in a ball, and then stuck it back in your throat. But why does it matter? Like, you can't be sitting there talking about don't let anyone steal your voice when you literally sat up there for a whole live stream talking smack about people.
Hi.
Hello. What is up?
Well, um, I I went through and found my text messages with Becky. She clearly has my number, and I clearly have hers. So, not to mention the fact that she spouted off her phone number on that live stream.
And
Like,
she knew it
my
was you
God.
calling right away, so it's
Yeah,
programmed into her phone.
absolutely. She knew that it was. I,
Becky.
Becky So Becky started having Becky is a flip-flopper like Melissa and
Mm-hmm.
JP, and they make things up to be some sort of victim. Like this morning when Mama T first started her live stream, I was listening while I was taking a shower, and I saw Becky in chat say, Nicolina's been talking about me all, she's already talking about me today. Really? How? How was I talking about you today when I wasn't in any live streams this morning chatting? So there's lie number one. Lie number two is that was not some sting operation, Becky. Why don't you tell everybody how many thousands of dollars you sent to Rap, even when he was down in Florida?
Yeah, Becky. I remember that, and I was in the bushes, bitch.
And it wasn't even, she was still a mod for him after the whole Smoky Mountain Mama thing. In fact, Becky or Rap confirmed to me that Becky was still sending him money last spring. So when she reached out to me, so she texted me in June of 2023. She wanted to talk to me, just same shit as everybody else. Contact Nikki, find out what she knows, from a medical knowledge standpoint. And I told her I didn't want to talk. I don't like Becky. I avoid Becky because if I know your MO or if I know your personality and your character, you're a sweet Melissa, I try to stay away from you. I don't want to talk to you. And she's had my phone number since I changed it 2 years ago. That was before I knew how crazy she was. But the things that she's saying, asking me for money, when she admitted on that live stream that she drives a brand new truck, she bought a house allegedly with her settlement that she got it was either August or September of 2022, because the Clown Islands and the Tragedy Pimp Islands, that was in October and November of 2023. Or
Wow.
20, no, 2022. I'm sorry. That's when she first got it. And anytime you heard Rap say, "Thank you, Anonymous," because I asked him and I thought it was somebody else, and he says, "No, it's Becky Kimbler. She just doesn't want people to know." So when he would say he got $500 from Anonymous, it was Becky Kimbler. And you're going to
So
come
was
to,
she the anonymous account running around in chats too,
no,
or is that someone different?
no, nope. So
Okay.
whenever he would get a cash app from her, he would say, "Thank you, Anonymous." That was Becky Kimbler. I thought it was like Stormy Nights. So I was like, who is Anonymous? Or is it, Virginia? And he goes, "No, it's Becky Kimbler." Well, she would send 50, $100 super chat. She'd buy anywhere from 10 to 20 memberships. And she was still sending him money when he was down in Florida, which was what, last April and May? Well,
Yeah, I think so.
it
Around that
was.
time.
It was. And
Wow.
Mama T, I don't know where you get off saying I use cocaine because I'll tell you what, I am not a upper type of person. And don't say I'm snorting Adderall because I was on extended release and you cannot snort extended release. And I quit taking that. It'll be 2 years in June because of my blood pressure. And stimulants increase your blood pressure, which is dangerous and can lead to a myocardial infarct or cerebral vascular accident. If you don't know what those terms are, Google them, Mammoth.
Ma'am, you should know that, ma'am. Didn't you used to be all into the uppity ups back in the day? I know you
Yeah,
said you had like 21 years clean.
I don't believe that.
21 seconds, maybe. Well, Mammoth, I don't have any concrete proof, but I personally think that you dip into the pills a little too often. That's just my personal opinion. So there's that.
Yeah, so Becky never got a divorce from her abuser.
Why not,
Um,
Becky? That's like
she's
grounds for instant divorce in most states.
she started the process. I'm looking at the records right now online. She started the process. She's filed for divorce twice, and then it gets dismissed because they reconcile. So she is in Weberville, which is 30 minutes from me, and I welcome her. Like when I called her today, I said, "Why don't you come back over and we can dance in my front yard? It'll be recorded. I'll post the fight." And she said, "No, I'll do it in the road." And I said, "Well, come on over. We can dance in the road." And, of course, she was talking over me. And then I said, "If you have such successful adult sons, how come you didn't ask them for money? Why were you asking me
Right?
for money?"
You would think that they would willingly want to help their mother get to their uncle's funeral. I know that I raised my kids to be like that.
Right.
My kids would help me in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So, anyways, they dismissed the divorce in June of 2023. So she reconciled with him. Um, I don't care. I reached out to him and called him and left him a voice message. I don't care. I'm gonna get the info on this woman. And you gonna sue me, Becky? I hope you do. I hope you sue me because not only will you not have any standing in any court of law, it'll be a malicious filing. I will sue you or I'll countersue you for the cost that I had to pay out to respond to the lawsuit. And Livingston County isn't going to allow you to fuck around, Becky. You know that, and I know that.
Yeah, it goes both ways, Dexter.
So I don't know. I think I'm gonna do a reaction to that live tomorrow. But since we were being streamed, traders, you owe me an apology. Peach, you all are dirty liars. That chat, you started, Miss Brienne.
Whoopsie.
I left the same day because believe it or not, chasing, it was like overstimulating having all these different chats. And no,
Oh, I believe it.
not everybody was added to that chat because it's the main little group of crybabies. Oppo, Raylan, Stitches at the time, Peachy. They had this little clique and they were always complaining about everybody and it was tiring. It was always fucking drama. So when they created that fourth chat and I saw what it was about, I'm like, this is stupid. I'm out.
I have a hard
But
enough time when I was trying to keep up with one. Uh oh, she'll be back. But yeah, I totally get the multiple chat things. That's nuts. That's like trying to keep up with text messages and Discord messages and blah. It's just a lot. Sometimes I need to just chill, take a step back, listen to music, go for a walk, do all the things I do in my normal life. You need me to put the link back out? All right, the link's out there, but it's only for Nick. We're not going to have a whole big brouhaha up here today. Because Mini Me is going to be out of school soon, and I don't like to usually have her around while I'm just F bombs flying out every 5 seconds. It is a lot, Jason. A fucking lot.
all right, I mammed myself.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I only got a few minutes because track practice is almost over and I have to go pick up my daughter that I lost custody of,
Uh-oh.
fucking idiots. Um, no, so I it was very overstimulating and I even take breaks from, any chat because it sometimes it's just overstimulating for me and and I think that's normal. But to have all these different chats going on so that you can talk shit about people, I just it's ridiculous. But anyway, so that was settled. The ghost saying that I was calling him, that was settled with receipts. I really should not have to put in this kind of time and effort to look for receipts to prove that these people are like literally lying for drama and to continue incite people to hate me. You don't
Right.
have to like me. You don't have to like me. Just why don't you stay over there in your little silo and you guys can all like you don't have to come to my channel. You don't have to come to my over into my channel and comment on my posts, my videos. It's almost like um they feel some sort of power over me and they don't have it. Like last night it was or early this morning it was the FBI and the ATF were going to be coming to my house. No, they're not. Why would they? One, every firearm we purchase from a federal arms dealer. Every time we buy a firearm, we have to do a federal background check that is sent to the FBI. They know the make, model, serial number of all of our firearms. ATF ain't showing up here, you guys. Like it's weird that these people that are so anti real life, they're calling CPS, they're calling the ATF, they're calling the FBI. Like, make up your mind. You're either pro real life or you're not. Can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
You
Crazy,
can't. It
crazy.
is. It's nutty. It's nuttier than the squirrels that you have in your house. I don't even get it, but I'm still enjoying the fact that they are continuing to chip away at their credibility. They can gaslight and lie and manipulate their subscribers all they want. I feel like right now, where I'm at on YouTube, I am in the best place. I am surrounded by very strong women and men that use their brains independently and don't have to have groupthink that traders is always talking about. And we can see, you guys can see through the bullshit. That's all I can say. I
Yeah.
just, at this point, this is entertaining. And Becky Kimbler, I will be going over your bullshit tomorrow. I hope you tune in. I'll text you a link if you'd like to come up tomorrow. Okay, honey? I got to drop down because I got to get ready to go pick Mags up. So thank
All
you for letting
right.
me up.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right, bye.
Oh, Becky, be there, be square, girlfriend. No, Silent Bandit, I haven't. Um, well, yeah, I'm excited about the Becky info, because I like to gather facts. I'm a fact gatherer. And I like to use my own critical thinking and discernment to kind of sort through everything. And I guarantee you that 9 times out of 10, none of you fuckers are going to know what I'm really thinking because it's just not that deep for me. What all of you think about me on YouTube is the last thing I worry about on the daily. I don't care. I don't care if you think I'm a know it all. I don't care if you think that my pictures are filtered 10 different ways. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you think I'm condescending or all of that stuff. I don't care. But you guys sure seem to care an awful lot about me. I'm not going to go run around and make up shit about people, although I'm pretty confident that people are going to do that about me now. Bring it on. I like to get a good laugh. Nothing thrills me more than listening to some dumb shit or reading some dumb shit and just having a good belly laugh. I love it. I just love it. I really don't care, you know? I've been around here long enough, maybe not as having a channel, but as a spectator, I've seen all kinds of shit go down. And yes, I can find one thing good about everybody, including the people that I dislike the most. I'll always find something good about someone. It may not be a huge thing, it might just be that your hair color is cool, but I'll find something. Everyone's always out here to try to put someone in their place and tell all these secrets about their personal lives and this and that. And all of you people that are complaining about others doing it are doing the same damn thing. You're all guilty. No one's innocent. So it blows my mind when all of you gang up and you get into this echo chamber with each other and all the people liked everyone else a couple of weeks ago, but damn, one person falls out with him and you all follow the herd. Even though you have no real reason to, let's just say Nick, for example, you have no real reason to dislike her because she hasn't done anything to you per se. But all the things you used to cheer on and support and show up for every day are all of a sudden horrible and vile. And oh my gosh, how can she do that? My. Don't you think that that says a lot more about you and your personality than it does her? Like, we all know that she's going to say what she feels, she's going to say what she thinks. It might not always be the best thing, but it is what it is. But don't sit there and go balls to the wall and support it 1 minute and then give everyone whiplash just because someone else you like is no longer friends with her. That's silly and childish. And if that makes me sound like a condescending know it all, so be it. It's just the truth. It's called hypocrisy. The things that you guys are always squawking about, name it. You're a big one that likes to talk about hypocrisy. You literally roll around in hypocrisy every single day. You do. Same with you, Mammoth. You don't like me because I get along with Nick. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. I won't lose 1 wink of sleep tonight. I won't lose 1 wink of sleep tonight over anything that any of you fuckers say about me. And that's just the facts. I'm going to spend time with my family tonight. I'm going to cook dinner like I always do. I'm going to do all the things that make me happy in my real life. Because none of this bullshit matters at the end of the day. Now, I told you, fucktards, that it took a while for all those right buttons to be pushed with me to where I felt like, look, enough's enough. Let's just talk this out. And so if the fact that I've been more vocal lately makes you guys think that I was just some poser or whatever the hell you called me, so what? I told you a long time ago that it takes a lot to push me to that point. I have given people chance after chance after chance. More often than not, I've been screwed over every single time. So you know what? I'm out of chances. None of you get any more. If you're cool with me, I'll be cool with you. Even if you don't get along with someone I get along with. That does not mean that I'm going to be visible in your chats or cheer on all the vile bullshit that y'all are doing. Or when you're talking about people's kids and making up stories and all that crap. It's become a tit for tat. And if you guys can't realize that, I don't know what to tell you. You all want to get mad and say, oh, well, so and so's doing this right on the heels of you doing the same exact thing. And it happens on a daily basis. It's pathetic. Hold on, I have to get my dogs. Okay, so my pit has learned how to open the side door, and the tweakers across the street have a pit, and so he likes to sneak out of the house and go hang out with them. So I had to get him back in, little bastard. So yeah, I think I've ranted. It felt good to get all that out. Very cathartic. Does anyone else have anything that you would like me to touch on a little bit? Oh, everyone take a moment and wish my friend Spectral a very happy birthday. I love her to bits. She's an amazing person. And today she is celebrating another year of life. Truth hurts, it's hot here today, and like, ugh, I hate it. They don't know what cathartic means. Cathartic means it was very, let's see, it made me feel better. I guess that's the most simplest way to put it. Imagine, like, it always seems like a lot of people have birthdays in the spring. So, if you want a birthday shout out, all of us are happy to give you one. So the big storms that moved in through Texas last night, that was a freaking crazy. It didn't really get bad here though. I was like directly to the east of all of it, and it was supposed to hit here, but really the only thing that we had was a little bit of rain and thunderstorms. It kind of all fizzled out by the time it got here. Oh, you're expecting a snowstorm? Yeah, I have someone close to me that lives in an area like that where I'm like sweating to death here and he's like got snow and shit. And it's crazy. I don't know, I've always been in like the southern states. I lived in Vegas for a time. Hey, traders, we have something in common. I graduated high school in Vegas. Yep, yep. Oh, thank you, Mark. We were okay. We had some lightning that hit my neighbor's tree, like in their yard. Now, the way our houses are, we have fenced in yards, but that's not our property line. Our property line actually goes all the way back up into the woods. So it's just massive amounts of big, huge trees. So when storms roll through, I'm always worried about a tree falling on a house or something like that. It's crazy. But that was really the worst. The lightning shook my house though and woke Mimi up at like 4:30 this morning. She didn't want to go back to sleep. She was scared. So I cuddled with her on the couch and she started falling back asleep around 5:30 and then had to get up at 6. So did who finish high school, Kaz? Mammoth? If that's who you're talking about, I'm going to say probably not because, there was that whole situation where she got pregnant and all that, which is the original reason that Mammoth doesn't like me is because um, I wouldn't cope, like, I needed more information for the story she was spinning. It didn't make sense to anyone, right? She asked for my opinion. I gave it. She didn't like it. Now she doesn't like me. The end. It could have been a beautiful friendship. Probably not. I'm actually a very easy person to get along with. I am a difficult person to get to know, though, because I keep a wall up. Why do I keep a wall up? I keep a wall up because of assholes. That about sums it up. People that I gave a chance to and thought they wouldn't screw me over did it anyway. And I didn't do anything to them. Not a thing. Not a thing. They just all of a sudden decided they didn't like me anymore. And it's okay. I'm not for everyone. I don't want to be for everyone. Oh, traders about high school. Yeah, I graduated from Bonanza High School in '94. But she lived there. So that's what we have in common is that we both lived in Vegas at one time. I lived up in the Summerlin area. Yeah, it is best to keep your circle tight. Like I have acquaintances. I have a lot of acquaintances and people that I do get along with. People who are may be on that other side, whatever, I don't know how these sides things work. But let's just say they're on that side. But they've known me the entire time I've been here. I get along with them. We just don't interact a lot, and that's okay because I understand the concept of having to keep up appearances. I understand that people aren't going to be super friendly with me because they're afraid that someone else might see it and, disown them. I get it. But, it is what it is. But yes, the people who truly know me, that circle is very small. I intend to keep it that way. Those people know who they are. So I don't feel like I owe it to anyone to give a list of all the people who are close to me. It's none of your business, if you want to be honest about it. My boo thing, Texas Kim is my YouTube wife. Don't any of you forget it. Yes, they're afraid someone will see them being nice to someone they don't like, and then it just stirs up a whole shitstorm, and everyone gets their feelings hurt, and it just becomes a big issue. I don't want to be the cause of issues for someone else. Like, I just don't. I don't want friendships to break down because someone is seen talking to me. That's so silly. So it doesn't hurt my feelings if I see someone in chat and they act like I don't exist. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I'll still be nice to you the next time around in a different chat. As long as you don't screw with me, we don't have a problem. But if I see something and I know for a fact that I saw it, and case in point is that whole comment that Hummingbird made, right? Remember, everybody liked me when I spoke up about, yes, that comment was absolutely made in that chat about Nick's daughter. Everyone praised me for that. Didn't know me. All they knew about me was that I didn't really get along with all of them, so I didn't come around that often. But because I spoke up when I didn't have to, everyone loved and respected me for that. But now that those people have fallen out with Nicolina, they don't like me. Forget the fact that I stood up when I didn't have to. They don't like me now. That's okay. It's all going to be okay. Yep. Kaz remembers. People are always going to come and go in your little YouTube communities, right? Nothing is ever set in stone. People will come and go for all different reasons. It's how you come and go that matters. You don't always have to make it a big blow up thing. It just doesn't have to be like that. Handle your issues in a more civilized manner and stuff won't get to this point. But now we're to this point, so what the fuck are we going to do? Is there any coming back from it? Probably not. There's friendships and relationships that are ruined forever. And it's sad. It's sad that so many people have fallen apart over the pettiest things or because someone doesn't just want to own their shit and tell the truth. And for all you people that think that I just think I'm so amazing, bite me now. No, girl. I've made mistakes too. I've opened my mouth when I shouldn't have. I've gotten things wrong. I try not to. I try to avoid that. Unlike Mammoth, who just runs with whatever floats across her freaking text message that day. I try to put some forethought into everything. So if that makes me someone who thinks they're better than everyone else, then okay, I'll take it. There's going to be times that I don't do things right. I'm human, like all of you. I just don't seem to care as much as some of you. And I think that's what really bothers people about me is that your opinion doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. You only offend people who fit the description. Sometimes that's just how it has to be. Hey, Jimbo. I know I miss saying hi to people coming in. Grubby, Sayla, hello, hello. Beth. Um, right. That's how you know what they do is for attention or credit, not out of genuine friendship or care. Yeah. I mean, when you have people that were friends for a couple of years, right? Like, I just feel, and I'm not going to get too in depth about it because, but why waste my deep opinions on people who just aren't interested in hearing it, right? But I do feel like that whole situation that catapulted everything into the oblivion that it's in could have been handled a little bit differently by a couple of people. Now you guys can try to figure out who I'm talking about because I'll never tell. And randomly, Ash, what I was referring to, girlfriend, is the fact that you've been running around the chat saying, oh, I know for a fact that two mean girls want to get away, but they're so scared, but I'm not going to tell on them. Well, then you should just keep your mouth shut, right? Like you go out and you put these little Easter eggs all over the place, and I don't care if you watch me or not. I really don't care. But and then you pull that crap in Truth Finder's Discord, and you're like, "Oh, that happened 2 months ago. Why are you crying now, bitch? I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I could get in his Discord right now if I wanted to. I don't care." But it's the fact that I saw you do this in Jimbo's Discord. I saw you do this with everyone else before you fell out with everyone the first time, and I see you repeating the same patterns now. So yeah, I made a little post. It wasn't wordy. I just told you to shush. Just zip your lips. Because you don't know anything about anything. And if you do know something about something, then don't just hint. Lay it out there on the table. Don't be scared. Just let it out. And we'll deal with the aftermath. It would be so much easier to get through these days on this hellhole of a platform if everyone would just get down to the nitty gritty and settle shit once and for all. Stop with the buildups and the adding details and the cryptic talk so that everyone has to try to piece everything together because that's when everything turns to shit. And if you don't care that it gets to that point, then that just shows what your intention is anyway. So you're just stirring up crap. But I will stand firm in the fact that nobody's families should be brought into anything. They didn't ask for this, they aren't a part of this, so just leave them out of it. But if you go after someone's child, you better be prepared for that person to come for yours too. And I have no bearing on that whatsoever. I can't change the way that would go down to save my life. That's just the way it's going to be. If you go after one person in some way, they're probably going to do the same to you. So buckle up, Buttercup. We all laid our swords down, then they wanted us all to choose a side when they changed their mind. Right, I'm not choosing a side. I could still be friendly with Peach and all of them, even though I don't agree with the way that they maybe handled a few things. I could still be cordial and get along with them. They walked away from me, though. So bye bye. I don't have to talk about you. I don't have to start rumors about you or talk about your family or talk about your parenting. I don't know anything about your parenting. All I know is what I've heard secondhand, and I take stuff like that with a grain of salt. Does it mean that the person that told them to me or the person that said them is lying? No, not necessarily. It just means that I don't have space for what you do in your household in my life. I'm not going to let it affect me like that. I can walk past people and smile and just go on about my business. And if that means that I'm being one way in front of everyone and different behind the scenes, now let's keep in mind that all these people that have that opinion about me are all doing the same thing. They're all in other chats, in discords, in text messages, in emails, in other chats and live streams and blah, 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 talking crap about everyone else. So how is that any different? Explain that to me. Maybe I'm the crazy one and just have no like real concept of understanding anything. Maybe I'm the nutso one. I doubt it, but could be. You never know. Yes, do not spit out all your allegations with no proof and bitch about ones put out about you, then demand proof. Yeah, pot meat kettle. Mama T, you can't be up there hollering for someone to bring the receipts, bring the receipts. You want a Mandy Cat to supply all these receipts. Let me explain to you, Mama T, how it went down with Mandy Cat. Okay? We're going to have a little revision here. I set up a live for Mandy Cat because she had posted her location, and as a new creator, I had a little weak spot in my heart for her. I felt like, man, this chick's in over her head. She doesn't have a clear understanding of what could go wrong here. So I called her bluff and I reposted the map that she posted. She came on my panel. We squashed everything. I explained my point. She understood it. She made up with Nicolina. Nobody said a word about her since then. So what all this stuff she's talking about was said or whatever, I don't know. I am going to need some proof about that because I haven't seen it. It doesn't mean that it hasn't happened and maybe I missed it, but I personally have not seen it. So I'm going to need some clarification on that. Okay, Mammoth? When you get the proof, share it with us. And go ahead and share those receipts on your community page that you promised 2 weeks ago. I even asked you about it in your comments and you were like, oh, I have to find everything. Okay, you've had ample time. Oh, Mark, me too. I haven't been in my own Discord in over a year because shit got hairy over there. You know, you get a bunch of women together and people fall out, and it just got to be draining. You know, I felt like it doesn't mean that I don't love the women that were in there because I do. I still talk to the majority of them even today. We kind of distanced ourselves for a little while and regrouped and, let everything settle. And we're good again. And sometimes, like when you have acquaintances or friendships or even in, like relationships, you need that time. You need that time to kind of step back and just focus, let some things settle, and then try again. There's no crime in that. But when you step away and you do all kinds of heinous shit to each other, that's when there's no coming back. Yeah, Mandy, you got some issues, girl. Like, we need clarification. I know that you threw Lips under the bus saying that she was in my chat saying all kinds of shit about you, something about your mother. Let me tell you, Mandy Cat, my mother passed away from stage 4 small cell cancer in 2010. And my life has never been the same. Like when you're younger, you think your parents are going to live forever. And I'm pretty much an orphan now. You know, both of my parents are gone. So I would never make fun of anyone who is losing a loved one to cancer. And if I would have seen anything like that going on in my chat, I would have stopped it. You know, I'm not about that. But I will be going back, Mandy Cat, and reading my entire chat and looking for what you were talking about. Because I think that's only fair. If you're going to call someone out, Lips, namely, saying that she did something, well, then I owe it since it was my chat. I feel like the responsibility falls on me to go back and look for it. Now, I fully expect other people to go back and look for it too. Don't just take my word. Like, I want people to look into things. I've always encouraged that. Since day one, I have always encouraged people to do their due diligence and finding out things for themselves. That's why I don't do a lot of screen sharing and like this and that. Like, I'll tell you where to go find it, but it's up to you guys if you really want to know to actually go find it. Plus, I'm super just low budget over here. I got the free StreamYard. Like, ugh, I'm a penny pincher. I just don't waste money on frivolous things. StreamYard's not something I can live without, so I'm not paying for it. I like to save my monies for other things like special trips that are coming up. Oh, you've been looking Truth Hurts? I'm gonna go look probably after this is over, like while I'm walking or something. I don't know. That took a lot out of me. Damn. See, I don't like all this stressful, icky feeling that comes along with all this drama. That's why I do my best to just stay out of it. I'll make a few smart ass comments, but like I've said many times before, why do I make those smart ass comments? Because I know people are watching. Rapper. See, Rapper's another one. I started out with Rapper in AB's chat. And I can remember when Rapper was just this mellow guy, and I remember him telling me about his grandfather who was sick at one time, and he was bummed out, and I would always try to cheer him up in the chat. Rapper's another one. He thought he was being slick yesterday when he came in a chat. Whose chat was it? Oh, it was Andrew's chat. He came in under Lightning Tiger, and he was like, "Oh, Chasing's here. Bye." Rapper, you give yourself away when you begin everything with a lowercase letter. Just to let you know. You might want to up your capitalization game. So yeah, he came in, he's like, "Chasing's here, bye." And we were like, "Bye." So yeah. He has become a waste of space and oxygen. Because like he's another one that was like goo goo gaga over Nicolina a few weeks ago, and now I can't stand him. Or can't stand her. So no, I mean, y'all are afraid to talk about what you want. BK is someone that I'm not going to speak on because we have the history there of hating each other with a passion, and I extended the olive branch. It bit me in the ass. So, he's got enough going on in life that, all I can say is I wish him the best. But yeah, that's a shitty situation to be in with not having a lawyer or a bail bondsman anymore. But I don't know anything about all that. I wish him the best. I'm pulling for him. Maybe. I'm not going to say anything about him though, because it's just not worth it. Busted. That's how you can always tell it's Rapper that he loves lowercase letters. There was another account he had that was it wasn't Granny's watching, it was Grandma's watching. That's another one that in another chat probably a year ago he said I can't stand Chasing, but then like he went and switched accounts and then came back in the chat being super nice to me. So he's your favorite flippity flopper. Like I think Rapper could probably be a pretty cool cat. I could probably tolerate him if he didn't try so hard to like get under people's skin. But the whole spam in the chat with the same crap over and over and over. Ugh. Remember when the sex bots used to be like a huge problem? Everyone's chats were getting hit with sex bots left and right, one after the other. Yeah, Rapper, how do you think those accounts up so fast? Like Quick Draw McGraw. Oh, you can't block anyone, Queen Ashley? Hmm, that's weird. Huh. Oh, what I can do, Queen Ashley, is I'll go back and unmod you and then remod you because you're a managing mod. You should be able to do all the things. Hmm. Yep, Rapper Cool Gamer. Gamer Guy, Green Goblin, so many. The list goes on and on. Okay, so Queen's wrench isn't broken. Well, you guys, I think that's about it for today. I'm gonna go hang out with my doggos for a few minutes, and then Mini Me's gonna be home, and it's gonna be a great night here at the Chasing household, just like every other night. Thank you, Bond Denied, for respecting that. See how simple that is to respect each other's opinions and boundaries? That's how easy it can work. So, bravo, Bond Denied, for being a respectful and responsible example for everyone. But I thank all 103 of you for being here, even all of you that are in the bushes. Come talk to me. We don't have to have a blow up fight. We can just chit chat. So I wish all of you a wonderful evening. Be safe. Hug your loved ones. You never know if tomorrow is going to come. And I will be back on Thursday, I think. Me and Texas Kim are going to do a little panel where you guys in the chat can do rapid fire questions and we're just going to answer them. All right, you guys. Peace out, bitches.